What's going on, my Fly Hippie family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. Let's talk about it, man. Let's make this one quick because I am teaching my son how to write. He's in school right now on a Good Friday. and yeah, I haven't had a chance to get to the news, but we're on a little break now where he's just practicing by himself. So I wanted to go ahead and talk about this, man. So if y'all haven't heard just yet, Chloe Bibby has been signed. All right. The Indiana Fever dropped the news. We have signed Chloe Bibby to a rest of season contract, man. And honestly, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer to get her in, man, because my favorite type of players, honestly, my favorite type of players are the 3-and-D players, man. They are so essential to championship teams, to great defenses, to punishing players on turnovers. Those 3-and-D type of players, yeah. Those are the main ones that can help you with that. So, as we saw in the last game, the transition buckets, the I'm going to come down and shoot right in your eyeball type of plays that Chloe Bibby had. Yeah, it's going to be nasty work to have Bibby out here. And it's such an easy fit. I think it's extremely easy for the 3-and-D type of players to fit with whatever type of team. No matter what they're trying to run. I had to make sure my mic wasn't muted. But whatever type of plan or whatever type of game they're trying to run, 3-and-D players fit with everything, man. They fit with dang near everything because they're agile, they're athletic, and they can shoot. And in this game, three-point shooting is implemented in every game plan because if you don't have it, you're going to fall behind, all right? The same way I feel about the NBA, the WNBA is starting to turn into that, in my opinion, where your entire team can actually shoot the three. So Chloe Bibby, man, is such a great addition. And man, if the front office fumbled this one, I couldn't defend them anymore, man. I couldn't defend them anymore. Now I do believe in this team. I think this team coming out and playing the way that I know that they can play, right? With the hustling, making it really hard on defense. That's what the main philosophy was. Hey, we're going to come in and we're going to make teams struggle with their offense, and that's how we're going to get off. So, yeah, I believe in that. I believe in that. Stephanie White is one of the best defensive coaches, right? So I felt like them getting after teams, mucking it up for them, will give them a higher chance of winning. Not necessarily needing the best talent in the world, just giving straight effort. And shout out to Mick. I actually saw his video while I was teaching my son. But yeah, and he was saying the same thing. Effort. That's the main thing they have to bring. That's the main thing that I've seen when they lose a game and they win a game. That be the main difference. Were they trying? Were they giving effort? And every time they get that effort, man, it's a close game or they end up winning. So yeah, that's the main thing that they have to do is just bring that effort. And Chloe Bibby, man, she brings it on both sides. She gives you defense and she gives you good shooting. She gets back doors at times. She can finish a layup. So yeah, I love it, man. I love it. And we know the layup was a big problem or still is a big problem for the Indiana Fever, missing bunnies. That happens in the WNBA, so it is what it is. But yeah, like one of my favorite players are Lainey Hamilton, right? And she's a great 3-and-D type of player. Can y'all imagine if the Liberty still had her right now with all the nonsense oh my goodness, man, this team is a cheating team. But anyway, yeah, Lainey Hamilton, man, she's a key piece to the Liberty winning last year, and she's the same type of player. Gonna give you that great defensive effort, and then she's gonna give you some three balls. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Chloe Bibby does, and yeah, I can't wait to see the rest of the season, man. They are going to Dallas tonight. We're going to watch them tonight, see what they do against Dallas. Now, we can't sleep on Dallas either. Hold on, y'all. My light is a little dim. Let me brighten it up a little bit. There we go. All right. There we go. Now, we can't sleep on Dallas. Dallas, man, look, they're trying to come around, all right? You can't sleep on any team in this league, honestly. But what does this mean for Dantas? What does this mean for Natasha Howard, right? It means nothing. It means that they're going to have more help. That's it. They're just going to have more help. As you saw the rotations in last game, yeah, I love what they were doing. All right. And I really feel like this give them that one more piece of diversity, right? That actually help them if somebody is slacking in that game. We know Dantas can fall off some games. We know Natasha Howard can fall off some games. Kelsey Mitchell can fall off some games. Players fall off, right? Players turn around and have a bad game after one or two, or the consistency isn't there all the way, all the time. So Chloe gives you that one more player you can lean on if one of your stars aren't performing, if one of your role players aren't performing. Bibby is one of those players that can add to helping the team get some buckets and get some good turnovers. This actually helps them stretch the defense as well, because we know Dantas and Boston kind of struggle with the perimeter D. If somebody blowing by them, it's kind of hard for them to get back. Reason why they don't necessarily want to get up to that perimeter. They kind of stay by that nail. If y'all ever watch them heavily, they kind of stay in the paint, right? They want to stay in the paint. Bringing Boston out or bringing Dantas out, that is a weakness, all right? The defense gets a little weaker when they have to come out of that paint. So the best thing is Bibby, she doesn't necessarily struggle with perimeter nor paint defense. I think she's 6'2", so she still has a little size on her. Yeah, that's going to help a whole lot. Let's just say you have a big and a forward that can stretch the floor. You at least have Bibby, who can actually step up, guard that perimeter, right? Take that perimeter from him and guard the drive as well. You know, you don't necessarily have Dantas and Boston in at the same time. If Howard is tired and she has to trade in for Dantas, you don't necessarily have to go to Dantas. You can go to Bibby, and Bibby can help you out with that perimeter shooting that the opposing team might be killing us with, right? So that's what I'm seeing with Bibby. And then you can use Michaela Timpson, because I love her perimeter defense and paint defense as well. One of the most athletic players on the team, if not the most athletic. But we know if we put Michaela Timpson in, she's not going to necessarily stretch the floor, right? So you put Bibby in. Bibby is some defense that could keep up with the perimeter and going into the paint, keeping up with the more quicker forwards, right, who love to get downhill and not give up offense, right? She's still adding to what Dantas can do on the floor. It's almost like Dantas, you want to put Dantas in when you have a banging big, right? You have a banging forward or 4 or 5. She's banging down in the paint, and you still want to keep somebody who can shoot. And then you can put Bibby in. You might have a more agile 3 or 4 that loves to get downhill and that can stretch the floor. You put Bibby in to handle that. So it just gives them different variety, right? Different things to go with to counter anything that these opposing teams might come up with. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Chloe actually signing with the Indiana Fever. Do you think it's a good sign? Do y'all think Dantas is going to be benched more so than anything now? Or do you think the rotation that happened against the Mercury will continue? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.